In today's 5-minute definitions for teachers in a hurry, we're looking at reflective teaching. At its core, reflective teaching refers to the process of thoughtfully engaging with your teaching experience and making pedagogical decisions that are informed by theory and can be implemented in your teaching context. Reflective teaching has 3 essential components that operate in a circular way, that is, one feeds into the other. What are these components? First, awareness of your teaching context. Secondly, ability and time to critically reflect on past, current, and future actions. And thirdly, commitment to making pedagogical decisions that are actionable. Let's look at these 3 components in turn. A reflective teacher needs, first and foremost, to be fully aware of their teaching context. I define teaching context in this video. You have to be fully cognizant of who and how, where and what, and particularly why you teach this specific class. Awareness of your teaching context yields important information about your learners, the syllabus and textbooks in use, the way you provide feedback, and the way assessment works and to what end. Without such information, you can never be a critically reflective teacher. What do you do with all this information of your teaching context? You use it as a basis of doing 2 things: recording and evaluating your day-to-day teaching practice. That's the second core component of critical reflection. What do you keep a record of? Your actual teaching and your own thoughts about your teaching. You see, your teaching needs to be recorded somewhere in an audio or video form, or even on a self or peer observation sheet, because you need to have some sort of reference for your reflections. Then you need to use your powers of critical thinking to evaluate different aspects of that lesson. But remember, your thoughts are as much a record of your teaching as is your actual teaching, and they can also be re-evaluated. In fact, you should revisit previous thoughts, perceptions, attitudes, beliefs, and theories and put them under critical inspection in view of new evidence. That's why you need to record your thoughts in a personal teaching journal. Now, there are different levels of analysis and different depths of criticality depending on your target every time you engage in critical reflection. You can navigate near the surface of your thoughts and actions and question the effectiveness of a particular pedagogical decision under a very particular circumstance. For example, managing the time you spend on a particular task, or handling how much time you wait before you provide your feedback to an activity. Or you may dive in much deeper waters and challenge the validity and appropriateness of your very assumptions about, for example, the importance of native speaker English for that particular teaching context. It all depends on where and how you want to engage in critical reflection. The third component of reflective teaching is a commitment to making informed pedagogical decisions that are actionable. The reflective teacher uses the previous 2 steps to gather information and draw conclusions about a certain pedagogical concern, and then engages in an action that aims to fix it. That action has 3 steps: planning, implementing, and evaluating. Essentially, the reflective teacher uses the same reflective tools they used in the previous 2 stages to design and implement specific interventions for their class that will then provide further information that will be subjected to further analysis and reflection. All components of reflective teaching have one single ultimate aim: to help the teacher improve and become more effective and efficient in their teaching practice. That's why reflective teaching can be an individual or a group process involving one or more fellow teachers. When teachers engage in all of the above components of reflective teaching, they can develop professionally and also form ties with their fellow teachers that will continue to help them throughout their teaching career. Let me know in the comments what other terms you'd like me to define in 5 minutes. As always, I look forward to communicating with you. Bye for now.